Now I'm gonna tell you somebody who did comedy for a while. He didn't really do comedy. Was what's the boy name? Him and they. Oh Lord, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can see his face right now. Shit, I can't think of it.
What was he in?
No, we brought him to Dolce too. He ran for president, won. The black guy, they called him a comedian, but he wasn't a comedian.
Ran for president. I only know one.
Yeah, he ran for president. He ran for president in the
President of what? The neighborhood?
the United States.
Nah,
but
it was
Barack Obama the only one that won.
No, it was a typo when they said he won president, but he didn't win. It was golly, what's the boy's name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Thank you guys for tuning in today for another episode of DeezNutz with myself, comedian Grossman.
What's up, family?
Comedian Dave Lawson. And we don't have a guest today, but we got some interesting things that we're talking about. And the lane that we're in, we're talking about comedy.
About comedy.
You know, we're talking about comedy. And there's a lot of things that I have in question about comedy I want to get you guys' opinion on. But going back to what we were saying, we were talking about Ali. Ali's a great comedian. And I think now Ali classified himself, this is the first time I've seen him, maybe I'm late, he classified himself as a storyteller. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's a storyteller. He's a great storyteller. He's done very well. But a lot of people don't realize Ali is a hell of a comedian. He tells jokes just like everybody else, you know.
Right. I mean, they can be looked at the same way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you could look and say, someone may put an emphasis on storyteller, but a lot of comics are telling stories, and then there's the ones who, like the Rodney Dangerfields, to me, is doing jokes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I tell you. And then they come with these jokes. Right. Red Fox is doing jokes. Then you got a lot of people doing jokes. Then you got some people telling stories, which when I get on stage, I'm telling a story.
Right.
You're telling a story, but it may be shorter. You follow what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not as, it may not be told as well by someone else. Or it may be a shorter version. Where you look at my boy like Ali Sadiq. Ali Sadiq can start on a story and nigga go on that same story. We 20 minutes into the show. It's still the same story. We 30 minutes into the show. That's greatness. Because I used to have trouble, you know, I get on there and I'm telling a story, mm-hmm. but my story is only 5 minutes long. Mm-hmm. It's 3 minutes long. Then I'm on to another story. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ali
has mastered starting with a story,
dragging it out,
and taking it out, taking it all the way out. Where shit, that nigga maybe do a whole show on 2 stories, on 3 stories,
yeah, I never
and went through a whole hour show and talked about 3 topics.
Yeah,
and that's what some people mean by great storytelling. And that he is. You don't get that title for nothing.
No, you don't.
People just don't throw something on you. If you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Most definitely, it's 'cause some comics are doing jokey jokes or doing a lot of crowd work, and they're known for that. Some people are known for crowd work. Everybody don't like it, but it's still a form of comedy.
So those who don't know, explain crowd work. What do you mean by that? Is that somebody on stage?
Material.
No material. Somebody on stage. I guess
it's material. You're getting material from the audience.
So is that more so? I'm glad you said that because I was watching some videos the other day of Mojo Brooks.
Right.
Is he a crowd? Is he a crowd?
A crowd worker.
He's a crowd worker.
I've been doing crowd work for a long day. I started back in the 2000s, and I started doing crowd work back then because I just love crowd work because I can take your shoes and make a whole joke, whole bit about your shoes off of the crowd work. It's like somebody sitting in the audience. It's from people, crowd work comes from people going back and forth with you in the audience. That's where it comes from. And so now it's like, it's how you do it now with the audience because some people get mad at you and they want to fight you. But that's basically what he's doing. He's just getting his material off someone sitting in the audience. Just like, what's his name from New York? What is his name from Mad TV?
Mad TV. I'm not sure.
He can rap. He sound when he do his jokes. He do.
I know you're talking about
guys at the end of his.
Yeah. You talking about shoot? I can't think his name. I know who you're talking about.
He comedian. Yeah, he been on Def
Jam. Mad TV. He does a lot of. He do voices. He do real good voices.
Yeah. He do nothing but crowd work. That's it.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I haven't saw I've never been to one of his shows, so I can't base it just on what you're saying. You may have seen one of his shows. I'm just just hear what I'm saying. A lot of people are doing crowd work, putting it on the reels, and that's how they're selling it now. They're pushing themselves based on crowd work. I'm looking at what's the white boy, Gary Owens the other day, and he's been putting a lot of crowd work out.
That's it. That's all he's doing.
I know, but I've seen his show before where he was doing material, but now he's putting out a lot of crowd work because it's catchy.
Yeah.
It's catchy, and he's good at it too. So what I'm saying is that crowd work. Some people like, some people don't. Right. I don't like. I base my show on material and talking about things I'm going through in my life. And don't get me wrong, even when you're doing that, something's gonna happen. It's good to be able to ad-lib.
Yeah.
Which you have to have that in your holster.
Yeah.
Because something's gonna happen. It's not like let's say someone say, hey, I'm doing a show with this girl and she gonna sing 2 songs. I'm like, okay, but you ain't gotta change nothing about your song.
Yeah.
They're gonna play the music, and you're gonna sing, I found the greatest love. No one's gonna interrupt you. You're gonna do that song and walk on stage. The only problem is, can you sing? That's all you worry about. Can you actually sing?
Can you sing?
Now, as a comic, I can get on stage and everything can be going right. And one motherfucker do one thing and fuck up the whole show, or do one thing and make the whole show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Either or.
True.
So
I think that's when you say the crowd work, that's like Mojo. Mojo Brooks does a lot of that. And Mojo, I think he's tagged himself as Mr. Sold Out. Because when he does his shows, they sell out. Like he did the I want to say he did LA and he did the Staples Center and sold it out.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so he does a lot of crowd work. He was on, I seen him on Wild 'N Out, but he wasn't that good on Wild 'N Out. He was decent on Wild 'N Out, but he wasn't that good.
Everybody can't be good on Wild 'N Out if you ain't hired to be on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
Them regulars on Wild 'N Out, they be on there for years. You ain't finna top them.
Well, I know you got, DC, you got DC, you got DC, you got Chico, you got Carlos Miller. Those are the ones you got. Those are the ones that stand out on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
And I think they've been adding new crews and stuff like that. Now they got another younger crew that is really good. I can't think of the guy's name, but he's a gay guy. But he talks about.
Is he really gay or he acting gay?
I think he's really gay.
No, he really is.
He's really gay. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I can't think.
Yeah,
it's 2 of them on it is.
So I'm not putting it down nothing like that.
I know you watch Channel 13 News.
Yeah. I watch grown folk shit. I suggest you start. Those fuckers over here last week talking about the district. We talking about HSD.
HSD district. Public school district. Yeah.
So I know since you say grown folk stuff, you was telling us a story before we came in here. What was the story? Wait here. You was talking about something. What was you talking about?
Man,
we talking about how they changed the name over there where you grew up at over there by Forest Brook.
Oh yeah, that was we Houston. I'm born and raised in Houston, but I was born and raised in Northeast Houston. Mm-hmm. So I'm watching television the other day, and there's a lot of the streets. If you name a street where you grew up at, it's going to catch your attention.
Yeah.
So I'm watching TV, some on internet, and the guy started talking about a neighborhood I grew up in, but the name of the street is called Laura Copy.
Yeah,
it's called Laura Copy. That's the name of the street.
Yeah, right.
It's Tidwell, it's Parker, it's Hunter, all of them running line off 59. And this guy was on TV. We all sloppy copy.
He didn't name the sloppy copy.
Apparently it's called sloppy copy. And they were talking about some youngsters that got shot on the street and shot 2 more last week. Don't come to the sloppy copy if you don't want this heat. I said, nigga, you right. I won't be back. I thought I could go see Auntie, but shit, I'm about to call her.
FaceTime me.
FaceTime. I am not exiting Laura Copy.
When you come to Laura Copy, I'm on it now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Aunt Beatrice. I'm sorry, but I can't come over there and see you.
And then you had another story. We was telling you, hold it for the show. You was telling us about the plumber that came out to your house.
Oh yeah. Man. Well, watch this here. I'm not gonna name the plumbing company,
right?
But it's one of them big names. Okay, anyway, that's the song they do.
Right.
So I called them. Because I had a little plumbing situation, and I ain't no handyman like that. So I said, I get a plumber. Shouldn't be that much, $100, $150. This is what I'm thinking in my mind. He rolls over there. I let him come upstairs, look into what's name. He pull out his little old iPad. All right, so this is what it's gonna cost. And I look at the number, $784. I said, hey, man, it's been really nice knowing you. But no, that sink ain't gonna be running for a few weeks. I'm gonna just shut the bathroom off. Now, I find somebody else. Wait. Let me take this here off and carry one more. How about that number right there? I said, no, nigga, you still gotta leave. He went from $789 to $389. I said, no, I'm not prepared to pay $400 to keep the water running when I got 3 other bathrooms in the house.
Right.
I got a nice sized house. So it's they run that game on you. So, but I'm old school. Old school. I went turned YouTube on. I got YouTube and got me a pair of pliers. Man, I finished that shit in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. He wanted to charge me $800.
What about the dude that came over to the house that you know?
I called him.
What did he say?
I called another guy. I asked him. I said, "Hey man, I know you're a good handyman because you put that basketball goal out there for me. You know any plumber? Well, nigga, you don't need a plumber. I can do that too.
Yeah.
You don't need no plumber. You're talking to the plumber.
Yeah.
I said, but no, you're not a plumber. You said you're a handyman. Nigga, I do whatever. I'm handy. I said, okay. All right. So he wanted to come over for a little bit of nothing, but I didn't trust him. I didn't trust him because, when he put the goal up, needless to say, that didn't fail. But Junior almost got hit by the rim.
He kept the money on the concrete.
He good at some stuff, but I just didn't trust him with my plumbing.
Right.
I just didn't trust him with my plumbing.
It's all come from whatever you put inside your toilet. Yeah. If you put a lot of tissue in there, it's gonna stop it up. I mean, it depends on, was it upstairs? The
upstairs one. No, this was for the shower head. It started like stripping. You know what I'm saying? You trying to I had to go turn the water off because it wouldn't stop going. Because now the damn thing is doing its ear number.
Right.
So I finally got it stopped.
So it's just the shower head by itself.
Not the shower head, the actual turn from hot to cold, whatever you call it.
Oh, you got that one knob right there.
That knob. That knob.
So you got to take that whole thing off. I understand.
Yeah. And I wasn't prepared to do that.
That ain't no $700 job, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He pocketing that money. That was going in his pocket, bro.
Well, what they do, this the trick they do. This the trick. For anybody out there watching, they're going to hit you with a big number. They already know what they're going to charge you.
They already know.
They hit you with a big number. You go, oh, now I can't do that. You know what? I'm going to do you a favor. You know what? Just for you. So then he tried to drop $400 off it. But nigga, I'm still thinking $150 in my mind. He started 8, went down to 4. I still need to come on down to Nigga Town where we charge $150 for some plumbing work.
No, they could go outside, turn that water off from the main line, man. Come back upstairs, take that knob off, put that little socket in there.
Yeah, it's got what they call
put that little ring in there, and it's gonna stop that leak.
I know they got a name for it. Damn.
I already know what it is. I can tell you.
Okay, we can't even remember the name, but it's a little name, the little thing in there, and you switch
ring.
it. Never done that ring. Got a little name. The name pull out. They don't call it ring.
The seal?
No, man, this shit.
The ring seal?
Either way it goes.
We're not going to try to remember. Bottom line is.
It stops the leak.
It stops the leak.
Yeah. It stopped the leak.
That's retarded, man.
A Moen 2200.
Yeah.
but check it out, though, man. So this is the thing I was talking about in regards to comedy.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. So do you guys view comedy kind of like the rap game? Let's say, for instance, here it is, all you guys are comedians, and you have all the guys that are rappers. But then one rapper makes it up to the top. Do you look for that comedian to do the same thing? You get one comedian that has elevated out of the group that you guys are in, and he's up there. Do you look for the ladder to come down to bring you guys up?
What? You want me to answer first?
You can.
Yeah. Honestly, it's to me, it's according to how close you guys were. You know,
exactly.
How close you were already. And then I'm willing to bet that most people would feel like I expect a little something, but I don't expect you to take every step for me. I mean, I may expect, I know a boy gonna look out for me a little bit, but I don't expect you to come down and pick me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta keep striving, and then nigga, can you just? I'm right here. Can you grab my hand right quick and pull me up? I'm right there. You may expect something like that. I don't expect a nigga to come pick me up from the floor and bring me to the roof.
Yeah.
But I do expect if you see me climbing and I'm right there, my hand finna reach over and grab that top notch, that you extend your hand out.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what
what
you
I
think
would
about that, Gross?
I think that it depends on the guy. That some guys don't care for bringing other people up. Like some guys are selfish with themselves. So I do think that, hey, if we grew up together in comedy, I done helped you in comedy, I done did something for you in comedy, I don't expect you to do everything for me in comedy. Prime example, like Kevin Hart, the boy that had a stroke, that used to be a comedian.
Oh yeah. Once again, I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm saying? He had a stroke. Kevin looked out for him, did everything for him, and still bring him around, help him out. He put him on this. Kevin was getting an award
Special,
show.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And he brought him out.
You got a special out too.
Because he was funny too. That dude was funny. I know he's funny.
And he was funny on that special. And they gave him a standing ovation on that Kevin special.
Yeah. The Mark Twain.
Mark Twain Award.
The Mark Twain
Sorry
Award.
about that. Yeah, the Mark Twain Award. And that's called a level of brotherhood right there. So, like, if I was to make it to the top, it's a level of brotherhood who I'll be like, oh, man, I know who I want to come open up for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of comics, they have guys that they've been around all their lives will help them get to the top, and they still keep them under their belt. Dave Chappelle and Earthquake. Earthquake used to take Dave Chappelle everywhere, so Dave Chappelle paid for, got it special on.
Yeah, with Netflix. Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's levels to this game.
So I guess the thing of it is, let's say, and I understand exactly what both of you guys saying. There's a particular guy or guys that is in a group of guys that's I ain't gonna say closeness, as you say, but y'all are close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all are close.
Right.
He or she makes it.
Right.
Do you expect that guy to call you, hey, come open up for me, come do this, come do that, or whatever? You don't see that? You don't see that? You see that day?
Well,
I don't respect none of that.
Well, I know you don't expect it, but if it happens, I mean, should you? I guess should you look for it to happen? Is what I'm asking.
I don't. I mean, it's like this here. I don't. If you do, you do. It's from your heart. It's how you feel about it. He might have not. He might have been using you just to work out his material. Use you just to steal your style.
Yeah, I'm saying, but how do you feel about that though? Honestly, your open, honest opinion about that. Do you sit back and say, yeah, I ain't gonna worry about it? And I understand you put that out there. I don't worry about it, but do you deeply feel, yeah, he should have did something or something to lift us up or pull us up?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you do feel hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, and you know what? Like, I give you a prime example. Like we were just talking about Ali Sadiq, right? Ali Sadiq is going up that ladder like that, soaring, well deserved. And that been my boy for years, and we still cool. But Ali done looked out for me. You see what I'm saying? He done looked out for me. He done paid me like nobody else done paid me. Now people may not know all of that because sometimes people
just talk.
Chatter. They talk. They don't know what the hell they talking about.
Yeah.
But they just chitter chat. Ali is the type, and I'm just speaking on him because that's one person I know for sure that we've been around who is soaring, whose name is known
around the country.
New York or across the country. I know a lot of funny cats who we could, started out with this and that, but Ali has risen to the top more than anyone I can think of. You know what I'm saying? Off the top of my head. And the thing is that I've always had a great relationship with Ali. So he done looked out for me, and if it continued looking out for me, cool, great. And if it's a cutoff point, if it's it is, that's cool too. But you got to know who you deal with. Ali's type is like, hey man, I ain't gonna make this easy for you. You show. I got your back. But come on, show me that you want this back to be got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right on.
He's that type of guy. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when we had the audition for Comic View. Rushion McDonald, he didn't care if you worked with him 20 years. We still had to audition. it was no favors. Because what he's saying is, what Dave's saying is, what everybody's saying is, you're not going, if I pull you in, you're not going to make me look bad on TV.
It's just true.
You're not going to make me look bad in front of my people. I know you funny, but how funny are you in front of 6,000 people?
Whatever Rusho you say, I ain't seen you in years. I don't know what you're doing no more.
Exactly. I don't know. I ain't seen you. So you got to audition.
Yeah.
Every year we had to audition.
And it's like when a person is co-signing for you, right?
Yeah.
If I'm co-signing for you, everybody know what that means in business because I never forget my daddy co-signed for my nephew and he ran late on the payments. And he come, and my dad was, but he was like, Grandpa, I apologize about that. My dad said, boy, I'm about to die. Don't worry about that bill. What they gonna do? Come pick me up? I'm 80 years old. Don't worry about it. But the point is that when you co-sign for somebody, you putting your word on the line for them. You putting your word on the line for them.
So in the essence that way, if a comedian friend of y'all's come back to the hood and say, hey, and I'm saying hood, I'm not saying, but he said, hey, I'm coming to get you. You coming up with me? I'm gonna rise you, then you next. How does that make you feel?
It'll make you feel like you. It make you feel like you really did something in life. It make you feel like you're someone special, and and you're special enough to be in his life to go on the road with him and grow with him.
Yeah.
Like we got a guy now here, just call you, and just say what's up, but that's about it. Yeah. Not finna go nowhere.
This boy crazy. So and then I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
You good? You good? I'm good. All right.
Yeah, but not. But this does go back. This does
have happened. Go ahead.
Well, but what you say that does go back. Honestly, if you speak honestly, that sometimes that you're not a good fit. Just like you were saying, but you're not a good fit. So, and I'm just talking about it in terms of, hey man, I'm going on the road. You want to go on the road with me? Da da da. And everything. Hey man, my show is going well right now. Everything's going right. Why would I rock the boat of what I got when I'm gonna bring this person in who definitely is a boat rocker? You follow what I'm saying? So
and take the
people gonna
spotlight off this guy and put it when he coming back up.
So you think there's a sense?
It happened.
So there's a sense of jealousy from the headline.
Oh my God!
Well, I'm not gonna say it's jealousy. It's a business decision in some case.
Sometimes it ain't no business decision.
No. I know. Listen. This is what I said. I said sometimes. So you can't just say you just can't say, oh, did he call me in jealous? It's not just like everything else in life. You may have had a girlfriend and lost her because you broke. Then in another situation, your dick was too small. Then in another situation, you cheated. It's a myriad of reasons why some don't happen. It's always not just one thing.
Yeah, I think that's.
So what I'm saying is that
period.
If in life period.
Yeah, so
if I don't call you on the road with me, that may not mean I'm jealous of you.
But let's say this.
But it may mean this ain't gonna work out business wise.
So let's say this then, and let's take the route that you're saying, and I see that you and Grossman got different views on that. Let's say, for instance, I'm a comedian, and all of a sudden, I take off.
You take off.
I get that niche because it's about the way I look at business is this: it's 80% of who you know, 20% of the talent. Right. And I'm assuming that's the same way when it comes to comedy.
Right.
It could be that way. Now I know some comedians that have their name is in headlines. Right. And I know some people they ran with. And I know one or two comics that are 10 times better than that headline. Right. But because they haven't made it to the light yet, because this guy knew somebody that they didn't know, and all of a sudden he took off. Now, this guy knows these other two comedians are better than him. I'm not going to bring these other two comedians on the road for me because you know why? I look at this here. You got 15 minutes of fame that you got to live. I want to live all 15 minutes of my fame. I don't want to live 10 minutes of it and the other 5 minutes go to this dude who's better than me, and next thing you know, he takes off.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I'm
assuming that's where you was going with it, right?
Yeah, you take off.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's what Gross saying versus what you saying. And I think that in a sense like that is a little jealousy of that.
No.
And it may not be jealousy, but you can call it anything else, but it comes back to saying, I don't want you on the road with me because you're better than me, and I don't want you taking none of the light off of me and putting it on you.
I know, but the only difference in what you said is that I didn't say jealous is not a reason. I said all the time.
No, it's not all the time.
I said there's
It's all the time until you get fired.
Now explain.
So
that.
you said this is what you just said. You said anytime a comic won't put you on the show with him, he jealous of you?
Not saying anytime. If all right, just say it like this here. How many comics we got in Houston that made it to the top?
How many comics?
You would say that made it.
In the Blackfield?
Yeah, niggas that we know.
Well, I'm just saying, I know some white boys that made it. That's all.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
this
I know some white boys who have made it.
Let's get the white boys out the way. Let's say the niggas.
Okay, just say black.
Just say black.
Yeah,
The Negroes.
Right. I'm gonna go with 3. I'm gonna go with 3.
Okay, so out of those 3, out of those 4, you don't got to say their names. Out of those 4, just take you as a comedian. How do you compare to those 4? Are they much better than you, or you better than them, or you think you can get them run for their money?
And see, that's
no. Answer the question. Answer the question.
I know. I'm trying to.
Okay,
answer.
go ahead.
I'm trying to answer. And I'm not going to wiggle around it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that me as a person, whether anybody believe it or not, I have, and it should show if people know me.
Yeah,
right.
I've never ran around and said I'm better than anyone.
No, you don't.
Because that's not what I do.
No,
I've
that's
never
not
been that way.
I know you're not that way. But if you're saying,
But
down,
what I used to always say, I used to have a saying about that. I used to say, I'm not going to say who I'm better than and who better than me, but I bet you're going to have a hard time if I'm on the stage with you.
All right.
That's what I used to say.
Okay.
You're going to have a hard time if I'm on that stage with you.
Okay.
But I've never said I'm better than no one
okay.
ever.
So let's stop there. Let's stop there then. Let's stop there and say that.
That's right.
So let's say those 4 comedians, you say you're not gonna say you're better than them. You're not gonna say they're better than you, but they would have a hard time if you came on stage with them, right?
Yeah.
All 4 of them, right?
He giving this up to credit.
No. Hold on. Let's say. So all 4 of them have if you came on stage, they're gonna be like, man, that nigga's a problem.
I don't know if they're going to say that.
But they're gonna think they'll feel that. Or the crowd may say, oh, he cold.
Well, watch this here. I tell you, one of the comics on that list, we don't get into names and stuff like that, told me after the show, nigga, I put you on with me because you push me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I put you on the show with me because you push me.
Well, that's a respect for your craft.
Right.
But I'm saying, so, okay, let's say this then. Let me back it a bit.
But that's what he said. He know I'm good.
Yeah, so let's say this here. Those 4 comedians that you know have made it, are you friends with those 4 comedians?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have good
Has any one of those 4 comedians brought you on the road with them?
Yeah.
All 4 of them? What?
Well, yeah, 3 out of the 4. The other one offered me some, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. So all 4 of them, I have a good relationship with because they know who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
All 4 of them have put me on the road and put money in my pocket. And 3 of the 4. 3 of the 4, and the 4th one offered me something, I couldn't react to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't in position to say, hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate you, but I can't do it right now because of my family dynamics.
Yeah.
It's family first over here.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And he was offering to put me on I'm gonna say what it was. He was offering me, say, hey, man, you let me know when you're ready, when you're tired, I can put you on these ships. I can put you on these cruise ships. You work it every weekend if you want. I got you. Just say the word.
I already know what it is.
Yeah. And I told him, I appreciate it, but I can't leave my kids right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't be gone 4-5 days out the week.
And you would do good on them cruises.
And
You definitely would do good on those cruises.
and
you would for sure do good.
I know, but how would my boys do growing up?
Yeah,
You see what I'm
your
saying?
boy did get a stepdaddy.
Yeah. So let's say
So to answer your question, all 4 of them
had put you on the
have
road.
put me down and put money in my pocket.
That's true.
So Grossman, let's say about you.
That's true.
So let's I know a lot of the history that you done been through. You know comedians that have made it to the top. You know we know comedians that are millionaires that I'm gonna say I know you better than, because I can tell you this here, and I'm gonna say this openly on the podcast. If I name 5 comedians, I'm gonna say I name 4 comedians out of Houston who are the best I've seen. Grossman is one of those ones.
Right.
And he may not be like that on most people's list, but I deal with Grossman on the level that I'm gonna say probably a lot of producers hadn't dealt with him on. We held down Dolce for a long time. We did that. We grew that room, and everything I've done, I've always consulted a guy Grossman involved in it somehow or another. Right. So I believe. I'm gonna tell you, really, if I start naming the comedians in Houston that I would pay to go see. Let me say this: if I had to pay, if I didn't know Grossman, I'm paying to go see Grossman.
Yeah,
he's one of those comedians like that.
And a lot of people feel the same way about Grossman.
No.
So this ain't just like because the subject is subjective.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's people love such and such, just throw a name, the name out there, and then you can give me tickets to this show and I wouldn't go see it.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm like that too.
That funny.
Yeah,
but then you got a whole crew of fans that love him. So that's why you can say comedy is so subjective.
It is subjective.
You can watch Netflix and it's all the people with special. You be like, I got my boy back home, running off the stage.
Yeah, running off stage.
But that's the game. That's comedy.
So I'm gonna say that's it.
That's not see what it is. It's like, okay, it's like a race. Mm-hmm. So if you go to a race, what do you call it, like a fast car race or whatever, you're gonna see which car is the best. The audience is gonna be like, that car better than that car.
Yeah.
Why that car is not in this lane? Why this car ain't in front? Why this car ain't in the back? It's kind of like, who's faster and who's better? The audience like who they like, no matter what. You go to a boxing match, if you got Mike Tyson fighting right now, so Mike Tyson getting ready to fight Floyd Mayweather. That's what they say.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's up this new little bullshit.
That ain't gonna happen. If
it was real, who would you say?
I would say Mike. But based on politics and what's going on, I'm gonna give it to Mayweather. Because what's going on, I think Mike is at an age now like, hey, I done made my money, and let me just get paid. It's true. It's the audience. But I think if it come down to a subject matter, I think they're going to say Mayweather won, or it was just an exhibition. Nobody won.
Right. And that's what you know what? I don't even like this discussion about Mayweather. Anyway, go ahead.
So, and I'm going to say this here, and I'm not trying to toot anybody's horn, but
same money I got now.
Yeah, I think, it's funny you say that, boy, you crazy. I think when it comes down to it, there's comedians, and I'm gonna say national comedians that I like. For one, DC Curry.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Earthquake. Dave Chappelle.
For sure.
Grossman. And
for sure.
I'm thinking that is probably the top 4 people that I will say I believe are some of the funniest guys I've been around. And I'm gonna tell you this here. I'm taking this here. Now, there's a ton of comedians out there. Chico Bean, a hell of a comedian. I done had him over at Dolce before, and he killed the room because we see him on Wild 'N Out, and we think he's a Wild 'N Out type guy. This guy is a true fucking comedian. This guy's funny as hell. He's funny. You seen him?
Yeah.
This boy stand up is.
And that was the one, because I can't speak on the other ones, to be honest.
Yeah.
I haven't seen their show.
Yeah.
I've seen clips, Wild 'N Out and the quick clip on I saw Chico Bean. You're right.
Yeah.
Chico Bean is funny as a comic. And I'm not putting down the one there, but I don't speak on what I didn't see. That's like you ask me, you say, so, the GOAT should have been Will Chamberlain. I never saw Will Chamberlain play not one game.
Yeah, me neither.
I saw some clips that they say he hit 100 points, and I'm looking at the stats. If you look at the stats, he damn sure is the GOAT, but I never saw him play. So I don't speak on something I didn't see.
Exactly. Well, the thing about it is, they say that, and that's going to be the older people going to say that, and I'm just going by statistics. When I look at that and I look at the scoreboard and all that, I also go look at the people he played against.
True that.
He played against a bunch of white boys. Very
that.
seldom he may had a brother over here. They may have one brother on the team that may have been holding him or may not have been holding him, but they were fucking 6'6", 6'7", and he 7'2", 7'3".
Yeah,
the dude was just awesome.
I don't want to take away from his accolades. If you come to me about, watch this here, my whole point is, if you come to me about stats, stats, then I'm going to say, and I say this all the time, stats don't lie, but they never tell the whole truth. So when you come across somebody, LeBron got to be the best. He got 40,000 points. Well, if you got to put it in context. They're like you changing what Wilt numbers was. Because if you put Wilt numbers together, no one comes close.
Yeah, they don't come close.
They don't come close to some of the stuff he did. But if you pull out the context on it, say, hey, So it comes across differently because you can say, hey man, it wasn't playing nobody. The league was just starting. Blacks wasn't allowed yet. Everybody was short. So you put all that in there to dumb down his numbers. Mm-hmm. So I just literally say, if I haven't seen you, I don't speak on it. And we got on this because we were talking about comics who we see.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think the thing of it is when it comes down to comedians, and I'm a different guy because I watch comedy all the time.
Right.
Literally all the time. I've seen a ton of comedians. I've been in the room with some of the most famous comedians out there, and they funny to a lot of people, but they're not as funny to me. And they may not be as funny to me is because I done been around comedy so long.
And that what happened.
Yeah, I done been around.
Immune to,
yeah.
You know what happened is you'll see a guy doing the same. I done seen this shit 17 times.
Yeah, you seen it 17
I've seen this shit 22 times. Everybody doing the same shit. Then when you come across someone who, oh man, now that's different.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's different what he's doing.
So there's a lot of comedians out there, but I'm just saying, I think when it comes down to the top, if I had to name 10 comedians, I would say Grossman is one of those ones. He got to be in that top 10 to me.
Well, I appreciate that.
He got to be in the top 10 to me. And I guess with that saying, what is the main reason, and I'm going to say you haven't made it to that national name yet. Do you know why?
But didn't you say it earlier?
What
didn't you say 80-20?
It is. Yeah, 80-20.
That's what it go back to.
Yeah, so 80-20.
80-20.
So it's about who you know versus what you got.
Yeah. You say people used to always say you can't say show without business.
True.
See what I'm saying? It's called show business.
Yeah, it is show business.
So if Terry's show is 80, but his business is 20, it needs to be flipped.
Flipped around.
It
needs to be flipped.
So what is the reason though, girls?
Man, the business, I guess, I don't have nobody in my corner to push me where I need to be pushed. I've been pushing myself for so long, and just became a habit. Like me, I'm a word of mouth. That's how it's always been. Like, get Grossman, get Grossman, get Grossman. So when somebody say get Grossman, oh, I heard him. Boom, they'll call me. Hey, can you do a party? See me, I do parties, weddings. It don't even matter what I
Bar mitzvahs.
whatever.
I think the thing of it is,
But the word of mouth don't work so good when
business
in New York,
in
Chicago. I'm not saying you don't go there every once in a while, but they got people going all over the place.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, I think the reason why you're doing the parties and all that is because your name hasn't been catapulted in that national thing. You're not going to see Kevin Hart doing a party.
No,
you're not going to see him doing it. You're not going to see that. So the deal of it, he doesn't have the time for that because now he has elevated to a point to where everything he does is on another level. He's booking his own tours and he's doing film at this point.
But he got a team behind him.
So I guess the question is,
I don't have a team. The only thing I have is me. So like, if I didn't know Dave and the rest of the comics in Houston, there's no way that I could be on shows with them because they already got their people who they want to be with. So I got to make my way. I got to go find me a lane to be in.
Nigga, I put you on all my shows.
No, I ain't saying about you. No,
y'all too homie. Y'all too homie. But I guess the question is this, though, Gross. I guess it comes to this. When you say you've been rolling the dice yourself for so long.
For so long.
Do you think that's a reason? Because you've been doing it so long?
I don't know. I have had people come up to me like, man, I could be your manager, man. Let me manage you. And I've tried it, and it didn't work out. And I had to try it several times. I was like, man, fuck all that shit.
So why it didn't work out? So what did?
I don't know. Some people just be full of shit, and they just want you to sign, and it don't work out. And I'll be like, nah, it ain't working out. Then some people, I had one guy, I signed with him several years ago, and he's talking about every show you do, I get a percentage of everything you do. Like I
already know who you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I already know who you talking about, but go ahead.
Nah, nigga, not everything I do.
Yeah, it should only be.
You book something.
Yeah, it should be.
You book it.
Yeah, you book it, you get a piece of that.
Yeah. But now they call me to do this. I'm not giving you that.
Yeah,
nigga, please.
Yeah.
I told the nigga I don't do comedy anymore, nigga. I work for the railroad. I'm on the train right now. Yeah, fuck this shit. Dude.
I think that is the reason. So
and then the thing about it is, Dave, what got you into comedy?
I was about to say, Dave. I see you.
I know. Well, I got. But
I see you took a different plateau than a lot of.
a lot of
comics. I think a lot of comics. Yeah.
About what Rushion said to you too about.
Yeah, well, okay, so when I started later than some guys, because just realized that, and it's just naivety, however you want to pronounce it. I was naive about how this thing go. I never thought. I always thought, if you doing comedy, doing movies, you either in New York, LA. That's where you live. New York, LA.
Yeah.
And that's it. I live in Houston. So me growing up poor, people that seen my show let you know how I grew up poor. Mother was tight. So when I got a good job at the post office, damn, I'd have made it now. I'm thinking I'd have made it. I never went to college. So I get on the post office, I'm making good money. More money than I never made. Work that overtime, drop off that mail. You know, I'm getting good pay. Then me and some buddies used to go to comedy clubs. So we started going to the black comedy club. White boys was corny to us. So I said, oh man, they opened up a black comedy club. Let's go by there. My cousin invited me. I go by there. Rushion McDonough has a I went to one black comedy club before that. It was on Dowling. I can't remember the name of it. Saw the bus driver.
Oh, yeah.
Saw the bus driver there, and he was killing it. It was my first time going to a black comedy room. And they had a guy, he passed away, rest in peace. He was doing a show, and he was on stage. He used to get on stage in he had like a homemade bus uniform.
Man, it was dope.
Man, he was killing it.
He was the best.
So I'm like, damn. So then my boys started telling, we going around and said, man, hey, you could do this here. I'm thinking I could. Next thing you know, Rushion McDonough opened up a comedy club, and it was at the Ramada Inn. They had a Ramada Inn on North Side.
Yep.
I think it's a whole house now, but that's not the point.
Hey, let's throw down.
Oh, that motherfucker's ragged. So
leaning.
So you go in there. I go there. I go there with my cousin. He turned me on to it. I get in there. Yeah. And guess who I see on stage? When I first get in there, Rushion's hosting. Yeah. Then he has another guy going headline. Old man died too. Be doing the dance in the club.
Times Square.
Tom Wells going to be headliner. But guess who the middle guy?
Who?
Two middle guys. This motherfucker right here, the Grossman.
And David Brown.
No, what David Brown? It was Thomas Miles.
Oh,
Thomas Miles.
Yeah.
Which is not Nephew Tommy.
Nephew Tommy.
Thomas Miles and Grossman is the two middle acts. And I'm sitting there like, because I think the Terry went for, I said, we used to be on the bus together.
Yeah.
We used to shoot dozens with each other and playing. I know that boy from the 8th grade.
Shoot marbles, nigga. We shoot marbles.
So we ended up leaving each other because he went on the Booker T. I went to Aldi.
Yeah.
And so I ain't seen him for a while, but I saw him on that stage. Boom. So now I'm like, damn, now the juices are flowing. I see somebody I know on stage. Then Thomas went up, and I didn't know Tom, but they used to have been on Friday nights, there was a football game. Everybody in the Acres home area go to Big Texas Lane.
Big Texas Lane.
Go to Big Texas Lane. They bowling, but ain't nobody bowling.
45. Nobody bowling.
Ain't nobody bowling. But this packed 20,000 bowling lanes. Nobody bowling. Niggas just trying to get some ass.
That was the club.
It was like a little club for high schoolers and college kids. That little bracket on Friday night. So, and I used to run to Thomas there, so I didn't know him like I knew Terry, but I knew him. And so then next thing I know, they say they moving. And when they moved to downtown, they started an amateur night. They started like an Apollo night.
Yeah.
But at the time, I'm already closing in on 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like later on we meet here, we meet some younger people who started a little younger. So when I started, I was doing right off the bat, man. First night, opening night, I got scared as hell. I talked to Rushion McDonough. He said, yeah, I'll put you up. You want to do Thursday night? Apollo night? Come on down here. Now, you have to realize they're not just doing comedy. You going up against dancers, singers,
everything.
Niggas doing Jodeci, all type of shit going on. That little group used to do Jodeci every night. They win every night. You wasn't even, you knew you weren't going to get first place. Because the little Jodeci niggas was going to get first place.
Get first place.
They come out there doing all this shit. So you just trying to get second place. Because they going to win first place.
Right.
So I go out there, man, they blew it motherfuckers left and right off this stage. And guess who saying man is? This motherfucker here. And he can't wait to he hoping you get booed.
Couldn't wait.
So he can do his little
I'm gonna tell you a story behind that.
saying man, old school saying man in New York, all he do is tap dance and come out there and scoot y'all. This nigga come airborne, just flying out of nowhere. A clown comes flying on stage.
It's on YouTube right now. If you want to see me, there's a Sandman back in the 80s. You can see it right now.
Literally, man.
Grossman
he was a fan favorite with because they come there to boo.
Yeah. They come to boo.
So if they boo, he gets to come out there and do his thing. So I'm watching the first night, and this motherfucker had been on stage 4 times.
No.
I said, no. I went up to Rushion. I said, man, I can't do this. I can't do it. He said, what's wrong? You scared? You scared? I said, yeah, I'm scared. You see what the hell going on? He said, yeah, man. I said, I know. So I told him, I said, man, okay, I know I messed up. Can you put me down for next Thursday? I promise you, because I invited someone.
Yeah.
I said, man, I'm not finna get booed in front of this pussy. I never fuck up.
Yeah, it was something in there.
Let me leave this alone.
Yeah.
And then I come up here by myself. That was my whole goal. I'm gonna come back next Thursday. I ain't telling nobody I know. So if I get booed, I ain't gonna be embarrassed. I can always. It wasn't social media. Was not.
Yeah.
They couldn't videotape you.
Yeah.
I got booed and only me know I got booed.
Nobody know.
So I come back the next Thursday, and you know what saved me? I sit there and think about it. That if I had gotten booed on night one, I don't know if I would ever came back in that damn room ever. But what happened was Rushion did me a favor. He walked on stage and said, hey, y'all, this next guy I'm about to bring up is his first time. Because they were booing again.
Yeah.
And he said, this is his first night. Give him a chance first. Listen to what he got to say, at least the first show. Give him a chance, see what he do. And then if he still fucking up, boo his ass. But he expressed, give him a chance. It's his first night. So they clapped when I walked up there. And thank God my first joke hit. My very first joke I ever did.
You remember it?
Oh yeah, I never forget it. First joke I did hit. And then from that point on, I ended up getting a standing ovation that night. And I was supposed to do, it was another thing he told me, man, you did the right thing. I was supposed to do 5 minutes. Remember they used to give you 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Nigga, I was out of jokes at 3. And I said, good night. Okay, thank you. I didn't sit up there and start fumbling because I was winning.
Yeah.
I was winning. But I knew in my mind, I'm out of jokes. I'm done. So I ain't start fumbling and doing this stuff. And my opening joke was, I knew it would relate because it was in the hood. The comedy was in the hood. All blacks there, they going crazy. So I knew I could relate with them. And I started talking about how poor I was growing up. And I said, nigga, I was so poor. We were so poor every time rent was due, we moved. Yeah. Nigga, that motherfucker blew up in there. Because everybody can relate to that. Everybody can relate to that. Nigga, we used to move across the street and the landlord looking at us like, hey, we over here with Goldberg now.
Oh boy.
So that was my introduction to comedy. And then, and I'm gonna move on, let somebody else talk. But then what happened was I started doing good.
Yeah.
And then after about 4 or 5 Thursdays, I'm feeling myself now. And they finally got me. They booed me. It must have been like week 5. I got booed off that motherfucker. But I actually killed the booer, but I went too far. I went too far. So I had a guy stand up and, boo, get your ass off stage. And at the time, I'm a young comic. This is my 5th time on stage. Yeah. So I don't know that I'm supposed to, how to handle that situation. Yeah. So I went for the juggler right off the bat. So yeah, mind you, growing up, I didn't know quite what a pawn shop was for. Yeah. To be honest. I really didn't know the reason for a pawn shop. Yeah. It just coincidentally, that week, my brother showed me what it was because he had to go want to pawn some. He's like, man, take me down there to the pawn shop. I need some money. I'm like, okay, yeah, show me how this works. So that's when I found out how it works. You get them your shit, they give you some money, and then they give you a date. Nigga, when he said, boo, get your ass off stage, I said, you better get your mama from the pawn shop before they keep her ass. Motherfucker, he ready to fight.
Oh, God dang.
Boy, you did kill him with that one.
So boom, I started doing good. I started doing good.
Threw a chair at your ass.
Hey. Remember the chairs was nailed down over there.
The chair was already down. It was a theater before.
It was like a little theater.
It was a movie theater.
So the chairs was nailed down.
Yeah, it was a theater.
You see that little spot on the circle. Hey,
it was a movie theater on Main Street. Right there on Main.
Yeah. There's the hip-hop comedy style, what they named it.
So if you coming from Galleria down to 59.
You're right across the street from Fiesta. That Fiesta downtown.
Yeah, it used to be a Fiesta.
Used to be a Fiesta, right? But Fiesta just.
You know where your shop was at?
Yeah, right there.
It was on the other side with the Jack in the Box.
I think that building's still there.
It's still there. Nobody's in there.
That building's still there.
Straight up this Main Street, and it's right on the right hand side.
So I end up after that. Rushion McDonough said, "Boy, you got it. You got, I've been a whole lot. You got it. Man, come out to LA. I'm gonna hook you up. You gotta quit your job. You gotta do this. So he started all this. He said, hey, man, man, I've been broke my whole life. I'm not finna quit this job. You remember, this is before social media.
Yeah.
This is back in the 90s where, you gotta quit your job. You gotta get your couple roommates. I got he said, I got a apartment in Hollywood. I let you hold that till you get situated. I went out there. He left me the key for the weekend. I went in there. Nigga, that motherfucker so small. You open the door, had a little bed come out the wall, and that bitch down there laying on the stove when you let it out. Then you fall out the thing and just flip your head. You ain't ever gotta get out of bed. That motherfucker.
Oh Lord.
You got a hot plate.
Hey man, I was doing good by now. I'm a single man. I ain't had no kids, so but all this post office check is coming to me. And then I like, no man, I can't quit this job, man. And that's how I end up never making that move to LA. That's how I never made it out there.
And it made it better for you too. Because
Yeah, it did.
now, for you, it worked out perfect for you because see, you still on comedy. You had your head on right. You had comedy, then also you had the post office.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you got married, so you needed that stable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because what you was doing. If you was in the comedy and you still haven't made it to where you need to be in comedy with a family.
Oh yeah, no, it wouldn't work. Yeah. I got a 401k now.
Yeah.
That motherfucker so nice too.
It was worth staying where you was at because a lot of these guys ain't doing it no more, and now they got jobs.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I don't sit there and go, this was the right way to do it, and you doing the wrong. Hey man,
everybody has their
everything
own
is
path.
different for everybody.
Everybody has their own path.
So and I've had moments where I said, damn man, maybe I should have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
maybe I should have did this. But you can't change what you done.
Done.
There's no Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Your little Camaro ain't taking you nowhere. Your ass gonna be right here. And hey, I got to stand on what my decision was.
Yeah.
And I felt like at this point it was the right decision.
Yeah.
I got 3 boys I love. I got a wife I love. And I got a 401k that I really love.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
You can't beat
That's what's
that.
up. I think both of you guys have got the future's laid out for you. Even though Dave, you got this retirement party that we did.
It was wonderful too. I love it.
It was a big show that you did. But at the end of the day, you just retired from the post office.
Right.
And you still have comedy and
Get
stuff
that
going.
straight. I'm still to be booked now.
Yeah, you still can be booked. You still doing that. So I think, the future for both of you guys is still great. It's still great.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah.
literally, me and you met through Grossman and we all bond the relationship and stuff like that. And I think both of you guys are fabulous comedians and stuff to that nature. But you keep your head on straight and keep doing what you're doing. Grossman, I think Grossman is just getting started where he needs to be in the comedy world.
Here's the beauty of it. Here's the beauty of it. We're not playing football. Now, if you came and asked us, I heard you was a real good football player. Can you come down here today? No, I can't go nowhere and play no football.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All these days over with.
Yeah.
But comedy, you can be on stage till the day you die, so long as your brain is right.
Yeah, your brain is right. Yeah.
If you're funny, nigga, they walking, what's the name on stage? He had lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his sister.
Yeah.
Came to Dolce.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about
Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney, yeah.
Exactly.
Paul Mooney.
Yeah,
They
that was
was
crazy.
walking him on.
Oh, it's crazy.
That was crazy. We did that
Really,
show.
I think they were just taking his money.
They was taking his money.
Oh, yeah.
They was taking his money from what we.
That's what I'm thinking. Because you can't, if a man.
Well, if I don't remember the joke, how do I remember where the money is?
And she telling the joke, outside. I was outside.
Yeah. No, that was a.
What's the next joke?
That was sad. That was sad.
When I
is what it
seen
was.
that at Dolce Lounge, I was like, man, for me being a comedian, I was like, and I looked at it like, this ain't right.
Yeah, they didn't because we actually.
Because he didn't remember me.
He didn't. That particular show.
And I had opened up for him several times at the Improv. Then remember we was in New York with Steve Thomas. He did the Late Show.
Yeah, Caroline.
He remember all of us. But when he came here, he didn't remember me.
No, they had.
all.
So when we booked him, we had literally booked. I want to say
Tell
5
that nigga
shows.
to get
We
off
had,
stage.
Like 5 shows. We booked 5 shows. That's how loved he was. We had 5 shows and we packed it out. But that first month that when we sat in the green room or in my office and we started talking to him, and we said, this dude can't do no show.
Right.
Yeah, I think Rudy Rush was the host. Yeah, Rudy Rush was the host. And we was like, this dude can't do no show.
Right.
So the girl, the sister, daughter, whoever it was, she said, I'm going to go on stage with him.
Sister sat on the chair with him?
Yeah, she sat on the chair with him. He was on stage, and she was whispering to him and stuff like that.
Yeah, which you just said.
Yeah, it was sad to see. It was
So the
sad.
same thing happened to Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, it was sad to see.
Rodney Dangerfield went through the same thing. And they said they had a earpiece in his ear, his last years. They had an earpiece in. He started going, the wife is in the green room telling him the next joke. I'll tell you.
Yeah, see, that's just sad. It was sad to see him go through that. We literally had to cancel.
I tell you, I can't hear this bitch.
Yeah, we had to cancel the last 2 shows.
Yeah,
because we had 3 shows already sold out, and we were selling the 4th and 5th show. So we ended up canceling the last 2 shows, refunding their money back, and we just muscled through the 3 shows we did. And it was sad to see him. Then I think shortly thereafter, we got the news he passed away. From that standpoint. Now I'm gonna tell you somebody who did comedy for a while. He didn't really do comedy. Was what's the boy name? Him and they. Oh Lord, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can see his face right now. Shit, I can't think of it.
What was he in?
No, we brought him to Dolce too. He ran for president, won. The black guy. They called him a comedian. But he wasn't a comedian.
Ran for president. I only know one.
Yeah, he ran for president. He ran for president in
President of what? The neighborhood?
the United States.
Nah,
but they,
no, no,
it was
Barack Obama the only one that won.
No, it was a typo when they said he won president, but he didn't win. It was golly, what's the boy's name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, now we.
Okay, I'm gonna think of it as soon as we're through with this show.
Okay,
you gonna see?
Good.
Yeah. No,
because I only know one black president.
No. But the deal is this: he left me the article. I got a copy of the paper at that time when he said he won.
When we come back on the next show,
we're gonna say
bring his paper.
I'm gonna show you what it is. Matter of fact, when we leave out of here, you go in the office. I'm gonna show him to you. Be like, oh yeah, you're right about him. It's a long time ago. I forgot the boy's name, but he ended up passing away. And they called me every day before he died. Every day I talked to him.
Because I know Jesse Jackson didn't win.
Jackson?
No, Jesse Jackson didn't win. He ran way before Jesse.
He ran before Jesse did.
Yeah, he ran way back then.
Dick Gregory?
Dick Gregory.
Oh, Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Okay.
There you go. Dick Gregory.
Okay.
Yeah. Dick Gregory.
Yeah.
He won. He did win.
No, he didn't.
No, they made a typo, said he won.
Right.
But he didn't win.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Dick was a funny guy.
Yeah.
He just talked crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just talked crazy. But he wasn't a comedian to me.
Yeah.
He wasn't a comedian, but
but you have to realize he went through different facets of things.
Yeah.
So he started as a comedian, then he become an activist. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A book teller, then went back to doing comedy.
Yeah.
So I think he started out as a comedian. If you look at
he did start out as a comedian.
Richard Pryor when he started out, he wouldn't. They didn't cut him loose till the 70s. If you go back and watch some Richard Pryor old stuff in the 60s, he was doing by the book mainstream room stuff. Cause that's what they wasn't letting you in there doing that. Bruce, the white boy Bruce is the one who took that hit. If you ever watch Lenny Bruce, if you ever watch the documentary on him, he took that hit for all of us because he was this white boy. And basically they was coming arresting him on stage and telling people you can't book him. His family couldn't eat. That's all the whole night because they stopped. But they banned him across the nation because he was in there smoking cigarettes and cussing.
Wow.
And how dare he said the word fuck. And, he says Lenny Bruce was the first one because before that it had to be a lily white room. A lily white room. Wow. So when Richard Pryor was doing comedy in the 60s, his idol was Bill Cosby. He used to do that. Bill Cosby was the man. Bill Cosby, they're killing him as a black guy, and he's clean. He's speaking it out. Yeah. But by the time they got to the 70s, and Lenny Bruce had took the hit for everybody, now it started venturing out. Now you got to see the real Richard Pryor. You saw the real rich by 1970.
And Red Fox, get to see the
Red Fox had never changed, but they wouldn't let Red Fox inside the big rooms until late 60s. Late 60s, because he was doing the black rooms, the Chitlin circus, all that stuff. Then Red Fox ended up making it to Vegas.
Wow.
When he got in Vegas, they say one of the, and this is I ain't got no in writing, but I always heard this, that when they picked, they're doing Sanford and Son, they were trying to do cast type and stuff like that.
Yeah,
the guy said, it wasn't Richard, the Red Fox. Red Fox don't play Sanford and Son. But when they was doing the typecast and trying to get Sanford and Son off the line, one of the guys saw Red Fox, in Vegas and said, "Don't book nobody else. I found our Fred 7 here tonight." That boy was killing them in Vegas. You know, if you ever seen him on stage, he don't ever stop smoking.
Yeah, he smoked cigarettes. Yeah,
and that's where they got him. He didn't. From my hearing, he didn't have to audition for the spot. They saw him on stage in Vegas.
Wow.
So it's kind of like Mike Epps, how he got phoned by Ice Cube on stage. It was on stage.
Yeah, but that's what they were looking for at that time. They were looking for comics.
They were looking for another Chris
Tucker. Yeah,
looking for. So Ice Cube was actually looking for comedians,
and he went in the room and he saw who he was looking for.
Yeah,
that's who I want. Right
so now. I guess before we close it out, I want to ask this question, Dave: who your number one comic of all time? Who's the number one comic in your book of all time?
Well, it's not close because I stopped. You almost have to take this guy out of the equation because Richard Pryor will always be my number one because that's what I grew up on.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's who Mama ain't listening. Go hit that tape. Remember the little tape? You used to have the little tape.
Yeah.
You push that. You used to push down 2 if you want to record.
Yeah.
You push down 2 buttons to record, 1 button for play.
Yeah.
And we always TV
had a little tape. Because in order to have the 8-track, you had to be in your car.
Yeah.
But you could take that little cassette tape and put it in anything. And when Mama go to sleep, we put it on. And Richard Pryor is killing. I mean, he's killing. And Mom, y'all better shut up in there. Okay. So Richard Pryor will always be number one to me because that's where I learned, and so many people took his style. You have to realize they wasn't doing his style. I could go back and look at a couple of comic tapes and go, damn, that nigga did damn near all of Richard Pryor. But people wasn't really saying, oh, you stealing from Richard Pryor, because they were like, his whole style was being taken by everybody. His whole style being taken by everybody.
So you were saying you got to take him out the equation. So who would be that number 2 person?
That become a tough one. I like so many. I'm just gonna say we're going with the GOAT.
The GOAT.
I'm going Rich Pryor is my GOAT.
Okay.
That's it. I got a whole lot of scatters.
What about you, Gross?
Sinbad.
Sinbad?
I'm gonna tell you, man. When I first saw Sinbad on TV, and the way he interacted with the crowd, that's me. I said, God, dog, I do this every day at school. Crack these jokes on people at school every day. So I got on the bus one day, just started acting like Sinbad. I started laughing. I said, okay, now all right. People like to laugh. And
what was the name of that show?
It's
Star Search.
Star Search.
It was Star Search.
Star Search.
They came out with a little show right around the time we get ready to graduate.
Right.
It was at the mid-'80s.
Mid-'80s was Star Search.
Mid-'80s Star Search come on now, which now they got
Martin
something
Lawrence was on there too.
Martin came later.
Martin came on there.
I think he won. I think he did won.
Yeah, he did win.
But Sinbad was so cold, they let him start hosting.
He started hosting.
And Sinbad was the first. I know y'all see Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor. I seen them, but what caught my eye was Sinbad, because I was like, dang, man, this dude funny. He would bring the band out. He was dancing, and that's all we used to do is dance, have fun. And I seen him do all that on stage. And then I used to watch him all the time, like just watch him. And then when I get to Hip Hop Comedy Stop, I would get on stage, but I wouldn't do his jokes. I would just be him on stage. Mm-hmm. And that's where I really got my shit from Sinbad. And all that, how you get in the audience. So what you like? And he go from there.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
I'd have never pictured that for you, because he typically clean, and you be like, what I do?
Yeah.
I got that do.
But he was clean, but he was funny.
Oh yeah, he was very funny.
He was really, really funny. He was funnier than anybody ever seen.
Yeah. No, Sinbad funny, man.
When I seen him in New Orleans,
that's interesting him say that. I wouldn't have thought about Sinbad.
Because I do it.
Sinbad was
ain't got no fun at y'all.
Yeah, Sinbad was funny.
But this dude.
Yeah, Sinbad was. I think for me, I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy for me.
Eddie.
Eddie was different.
And to me, when Eddie came along, Eddie was the most talented guy I saw.
He was very talented.
I still had Richard Pryor because he was doing Richard Pryor. To me, and he'll tell you.
Yeah.
That's why he done said it.
He put that red on.
This is it.
Yeah.
To me, Richard Pryor is it.
Oh yeah, he definitely said that.
So he, and I ain't gonna say he was doing Richard Pryor. He actually had possessed more talent to me.
Yeah.
Than anybody I had seen.
Yeah.
But I still had Rich Pryor in one, because that was my first.
Yeah, that's your first.
Eddie was my second coming along.
Yeah. My second was George Lopez.
Okay. See, I didn't see George Lopez till later in life, though. Unless you saw him on something early.
Man, I used to watch that dude, man. That Mexican dude. That's why I really get like, I could talk like them and stuff. I used to watch him. Okay, probably today I'll make it, probably too later I do nothing.
Oh, I thought you got that off of navigation.
No.
Yeah, retarded, man. Well, man, it was a good show today, man. I appreciate the stuff. What you was about to say, Gross?
No, I'm just saying, those two right there were like my top.
Great influences.
And that is shocking to hear that you would say Sinbad and George Lopez. I would think you would definitely been. I thought you would have said Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy.
Well, Eddie Murphy, they don't really move like I move.
Yeah,
on stage.
no, definitely
They use the whole stage.
Yeah.
So Richard Pryor, he don't use the whole stage either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. I'm gonna tell you another guy that you mentioned. I think is in my top 5. When you said his wife was in his ear, what was the guy's name?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah, he was good.
Oh yeah, he had 8,000 jokes, man.
Yeah, he was funny,
he was
bro.
good.
And
He was funny.
he's the type that I used to say this here when I get on stage, because especially when you get to the point where you're comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know how you sometimes you scared. Now you finally at that point where I'm comfortable because I know I'm funny.
Yeah,
I know I'm funny. I remember the first time I went to New York, I was so nervous I was about to shit on myself because now I'm in New York.
Yeah,
I'm in New York. White boy named A.G. White.
Oh, A.G. White.
A.G. White saw me in Dallas perform, and I was opening up for a couple big names. And he walked up to me. Well, just so happened he was there. One of his best friends played baseball for the Rangers, so he was there hanging out with one of his best friends. He said, "Man, I do comedy in New York, dude. You one of the funniest motherfuckers I ever see." He had a movie theater. He had cut a deal. He's a hustler. He had a movie theater in Brooklyn, and they would rent out one movie theater and do the show in there. They got fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark and everybody in the other movies, but in this theater, we doing comedy.
Yeah.
And he brought me down there, and of course I'm nervous because you always wonder, I know I'm funny in my house, I know I'm funny in my neighborhood, I know I'm funny in Houston, but am I funny
in New York?
Am I funny?
Outside your zone.
So that's messing with me. And man, I went up there, and it was Talent. You know Talent? Talent was the host.
Talent funny.
Yeah.
I was the middle guy, and Tommy Davidson was the headliner.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah,
and man, I went in that motherfucker, and I did, you know what joke I did? And it was over. I walked that motherfucker, and I did my McDonald's joke. Remember about the motherfucker French fry guy?
Got innovation on comedy off that.
I did I got to joke about McDonald's, nigga getting robbed in McDonald's, but the nigga on fries had a gun, and it fucked up the whole plot.
Yeah.
And man, them niggas in Brooklyn is very physical. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This nigga walked up to me at the show and grabbed me like this here. So, son, you're going places. And the nigga had me on the back of my neck like, and really, I'm about to get off my neck. But that's a term of endearment to them.
Yeah.
So he grabbed, son, you going places. God damn, son. Literally, at that point, I'm like, man, I'm funny all over now.
Yeah,
I'm funny all over. So it's a beautiful thing once you get comfortable on stage.
Yeah. They called me when he was in New York, like the place on the way back. Man, I ripped that motherfucker, man. Man, she was so live. I said,
it was live, man. It was live.
I ain't been nowhere yet.
Oh, it was sold out. And watch this here. It's just funny to go to a place that everybody got on a coat. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in New York now. Yeah. So it's cold in motherfucker. They motherfucker come there sheepskin, all type of bear hugs and all type of shit. And I said, boy, I'm doing this shit in New York City.
Yeah.
New York City.
That's good. It's good to see you. It's good to see you guys continue doing what you're doing. It's good to hear you guys tell some of these old stories and stuff to that nature. So we definitely want to do that show today. We just wanted to ask those questions, man, and I'm glad I did ask those questions from both of you guys. But like I said, both of you guys got a good future ahead of you, man, still. Oh, yeah. I'd like to see you guys rock it out.
Man, we'll rock it hard as we can, man.
There you go.
Follow me on social media, man, Comedian Grossman on everything.
Yeah, Dave, you got your...
Yeah, I can't even follow me yet because I don't know how to work my...
Dave
my
Lawson,
social media.
Dave Lawson 23.
Dave Lawson 23
on Facebook.
That's on Instagram too.
Dave Lawson 23 on
I don't know.
Yeah, he's
where
Dave
23 come from?
I don't know. I guess he like Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I was always a big Michael Jordan fan.
Yeah, so he had it's on. Trust me, I know his social media better than he do.
Yeah, I be calling him. Hey man, what's my Facebook? But I'm gonna do better, y'all. I'm doing better. I'm finally getting that. You know that 80-20 business show we talking about. Yeah, I'm coming up.
There you go.
I'm coming up.
There you go. Well, man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for tuning in today for DeezNutz with myself, comedian Lawson and comedian Grossman.
Give it up to the moderator.
Peace out.